This video will analyze memes and anti-hegemonic humor. That may sound like a mouthful, but it's simple once you break it down. Most people watching know what a meme is, but it's defined as a funny piece of information that is copied, altered a little, and spread. Memes can take many forms, but this video will focus on pictures and captions. To understand anti-hegemonic humor, you need to know what hegemony means. Unlike the obvious forms of dominance we might see, such as discriminatory laws, hegemony is more subtle. It's so ingrained in our daily routines that sometimes we don't even notice it. A common example is the phrase, "you're pretty strong," for a woman. Going from this, hegemonic humor is offensive jokes about minority groups. So, anti-hegemonic humor flips the script. These are jokes that put the group that is often viewed as privileged as the object of the joke. These jokes often function to point out occurrences that we might not even be aware of. Specifically, we will focus on quote-unquote white people jokes. There were many different memes demonstrating racial anti-hegemonic humor that we could have chosen to put in this video. For the most part, all of these memes are in chronological order. This first meme reads, "I may be blind, but at least I'm not black." It demonstrates the different levels of injustice present in our society. While blindness is a disability that is physically debilitating, this is implying it's worse to be a black person in society. Being shown from the perspective of a black man makes the content more believable. Anti-hegemonic humor is used in this case to highlight how society is set up to be unfair to people who aren't white. This next meme is another example of anti-hegemonic humor, because it reads, "was told to check my white male privilege," inferring that white people are more privileged in society. And the joke is made when the meme replies, "still got it," rather than getting offended over the comment. White privilege plays into the fact that white people don't have to worry about the police watching their every move. In fact, white privilege often goes unnoticed in the white community. In the Futurama meme of Fry looking confused from thinking too hard, an anti-hegemonic joke is targeting white people from a different perspective. Rather than an outside source commenting toward someone, it's an internal conflict type of joke, because Fry says, "I'm not sure if most white people aren't racist or if I'm just their token black friend." This meme is anti-hegemonic because Fry is white and because they say aren't racist, rather than the normal white people are racist comment.
The next meme is a person of color asking a white person if they believe that racism exists. In this example, racism is of course referring to institutionalized racism that exists within the system. The subject, the white person, simply responds no to the question. But once they're asked to trade their skin with a black person's skin color, all of a sudden the subject is not so sure anymore. There's that famous not so sure meme face that is nearly universal, right? Everyone has made that face when they're not so sure about their answer, so everyone knows exactly what it means. This meme highlights the disparity between the white and the black experience. The subject, the white person, is recognizing that great disparity. It introduces the idea that as long as white people are unwilling to trade skins with a black person, then there has to be some kind of institutional disadvantage to being black. And if our system and our institutions are racist, then there must be some kind of power disparity that needs to be thoroughly examined and immediately remedied. And on to the last meme. Well, you've probably already had someone try to pull this one on you. When you refer to someone as a white person or reference white culture and they pull the, "actually I'm 25% French and 30% Irish and 4% horse and 2% Cherokee and 10% Swiss," when really they just are highlighting white people's rejection of other cultures. They can swear up and down that they're not white because their great-great-great-great-grandfather was half Cherokee, but they refuse to accept that not all Asians are Chinese. The idea that there are other Asian cultures like Japanese, Thai, Taiwanese, Vietnamese, Filipino, they ignore all of that. And all of a sudden, it's like you're speaking another language to them and you've completely lost the white lady.